I'm Tazeverse, and welcome to the new and improved Genshin Impact on Mac tutorial. Since I released the first video, I've been really wanting to remake it because the first one, I think we can all agree, it's shit. So, here I present to you the full Genshin Impact on Mac tutorial, but it's not just a tutorial, it is an entire walkthrough. So, I encourage you, please to watch through the entire thing. I know it's like 4 times longer than the previous one, but it's a walkthrough, and I include also some very vital information at the end. So, please, watch all the way through it. Also, before we get into the video, real quick, thank you so much for all your crazy fucking support. I have not looked at my YouTube channel at all, been busy with school, and then addicted to Genshin Impact because, ADHD, hyperfixation, go burr. Anyway, so, it's fucking insane. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna tag on a little announcement at the end. So, if you want to see that, stay tuned. Thanks you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and happy playing Genshin on your Mac!
Alright, hello. This is the tutorial part of the video. So, first step, before we do anything, this only works on Macs with an Intel Core. If your Mac does not have one, this will not work. How can you check? Well, you want to hit the Apple icon in the top left corner. You want to hit About This Mac, and this little window will pop open, and this is the one you need to be looking at. So it says, the thingy, the version, what, computer you have, processor. This is the important part. This right here, Intel Core. If you have an Intel Core, you are all set and ready to continue. If you do not, this will not work for you, and it will say Bootcamp is not available or does not work on your Mac. I'm sorry. Okay, so now that we know if we have an Intel Core, it is time to download Windows. So, you want to open whatever browser you use. I use Chrome mostly as my main browser. And you want to type in Windows 10 download. As you can see, it's purple. I've done this, a few times. And just to say this ahead of time, this does not require any money or any payment at all. Absolutely free. And this function with Bootcamp was purposely built into Mac for this purpose. You can find information on the official Apple website, apple.com, talking about this. I'm just here to share with you an easy and hopefully way better tutorial than my previous one on how to do it. So, you want to hit download Windows 10 disk image file, ISO file, select edition, Windows 10, confirm, want to wait, select the product language, English, confirm. It'll do that. And then you're bring to downloads, choose the link below to download 64-bit download. You want to do the 64-bit download because we're Mac, we're jamming 64-bit. And then it's going to load. Mine says it's taking freaking forever here. Not sure why, but I already have it downloaded, so we can just move right on. So, you can drag this straight from here, however, since, that is saying it wants to take 3 hours to load. I am just going to X out of that tab, and I'm going to go into my Finder, and I am going to grab the file. So under Downloads, okay, messed up. We're gonna go down, Downloads, scroll down, W, Win10. So we have Win10_21H1_English_x64.iso. That, bingo. That's what we need. What are we gonna do next? Well, we need to use Bootcamp. So, go into your Launchpad. You can type boot, and it should show right up. along with the lovely photo booth. And this is what we are met with. Bootcamp Assistant. Introduction. Bootcamp Assistant helps install Microsoft Windows on an Intel-based Mac by downloading the necessary support software, creating a partition on your disk for Windows, and then starting the Windows installer. Please click the Open Bootcamp Help button for instructions to finish installing Windows and the support software you downloaded. Important: back up your disk before partitioning it or installing Windows. If you have a portable computer, make sure the power adapter is connected. So, first main question: do you need to back up your Mac? The answer is not necessarily. I have not. I did not before doing this. Nothing is gone. None of my files are damaged. Everything is perfectly fine. I chose not to because there are not really super like life or death files on my computer that if they go away, I'm going to be devastated. Like, it may be a little bit of a hindrance, but it's not, overall, it's not gonna cause any problems for me. But, if you would like to, how you do it is you go into System Preferences, Time Machine, which is this icon right here, or you can just search up Time Machine, and you use Time Machine to back up your Mac. That's how you back up your Mac. And to do this, you need a external hard drive, I believe. So something like a hard drive. So, honestly, I'm not 100% sure how Time Machine works, but you can go look it up. You know, you got preferences, you can look up things. So, like, if you want to look into backing up your Mac and that stuff, I suggest you do that research on your own. That's not that hard. You should pretty much find it almost instantly. If you just have important files that you want to save, just grabbing an external hard drive or a flash drive and just drag and dropping those files, slapping them in there, that way you have them in case anything happens, is another solution. So, let's get right into it. So, we click continue, and it brings us to this screen. Now, I'm going to bring up another question. Some people have stated that in order to do this, they needed to have a disk, or they had no USB drive. I am not entirely sure what that means, but if I had to guess, I think it's because your Mac is missing some sort of, like, when it says disk, Bootcamp is using space on the disk in your computer to make a second partition, which is basically just installing a second driver on your computer, or disk on your, or like it's splitting your disk up and installing a second, like I said, like driver on your computer. So then it's both Windows and Mac. So if it's saying that's missing, I'm assuming that's what that means, because you need the disk to create the partition. I'm not sure how to solve this issue. Again, this is probably something you should look up. I am not a professional. I am 15, and I'm just giving you a tutorial of what I learned and trying to answer the questions I have the answers to. And for things that I don't have the answers to, I recommend you going to the internet, or you even ask, someone who, even works at Apple themselves, because that is going to be your best source of information. So, we have install Windows. To install Windows, please choose the Windows ISO file, select the partition size, then click install. Your Mac will reboot automatically once the installation has completed. And then, so that's what it says up here. Here, that's just the partition, so how much space. And then it says, please select the Bootcamp partition size. Once the partition is created, it cannot be adjusted. So once you decide how much space you want to give Windows, that can't be adjusted. If you don't give it enough and you need to adjust it, what you need to do is that you need to get Windows off your computer, which will also be in this video. timestamp in the description. And you just need to go through these steps again and re-download it, which is not hard. The only thing it's going to cost you is your time, because it will take a minute. And by a minute, I mean way more than a minute. And then it says Windows support software will be installed after completing Windows installation. That, automatically does that itself. That's nothing you need to worry about. So, how much space should I give to Windows? The answer is as much as you want. However, you do want to give it a minimum of, I would go with, to be safe, a safe minimum, 60. You can go with 55, that is what I did the first time. However, the space of the actual Windows and the software and everything in there does take up some of that space. So you're not left with a whole lot. And, for the new updates and whatever for Genshin, I actually had to get rid of Windows and download it back again so I could make more space for it because there was not enough space left. So, a safe minimum would be 60 if you're not downloading anything else onto Windows, that partition. For me, personally, I'm going to give it about 175. We'll go with 174 because it doesn't want to go exact, because you can't type a number. And so, why am I giving it that much? Because A, Genshin. B, I'd like to re-download Uno at some point, because I can finally use Uno, because Uno you can't use on Mac. And then, the other thing is that I'd like to download Twitch Studio or maybe Streamlabs and be able to stream Genshin. Even though I am lazy and may not do that. So, I am more than happy to give it a bunch of space because I don't use a ton of space on my computer. Like, I have so much space. So, I can dedicate that much to it. Again, if you're looking for a safe minimum and you're downloading only Genshin on the Windows partition, I suggest 60. Preferably 60 to 75, but you can give it as much as you want. So, after all of this, the only thing left to do here is hit install. Once you hit install, it will say task status, downloading Windows support software. You have a button that says stop. Obviously, you're not going to press that because we want this to load. And the computer will restart automatically once it's done loading. So, I am going to leave you here. You're going to let this finish loading. It may or may not say something about restarting. Not entirely sure, because, little details like that I forget. Or it may just restart on its own. Whatever the case, you want to wait for this to load, your computer restart, and I will see you in what will be a literal, probably a second. But for me, hopefully not over an hour. Okay, so once your computer automatically restarts, you'll be greeted with the Apple logo, then it will change to the Windows logo, and then it will turn to this, Windows. And it says language to install, time and currency format, and keyboard or input method. All these are correct for me, English United States, and US. But, there's a bunch of other options, all depending on where you live. QWERTY keyboard, US, so we hit next. And then, this is a thing that might confuse you. Very much so. Basically, it's just saying, activate Windows with your product key. It looks like this, tells you where to find it. We don't need a product key. This is free, don't need one. You say, I don't have a product key, because unless you bought Windows, you don't have one. So, then it says, select the operating system you want to install. Windows 10 Home. Normal, basic bitch Windows 10. That's what we want. Hit next again. This is the terms, licensing terms, notices, agreement. You want to accept the terms. Next. Then it'll give you this, installing Windows status, and it will do these things. It goes from 0 to 100%. Some of them might go pretty much instantly, or some of them might take a minute. But that is what happens here. And we shall chill. Alright, installing updates, finishing up. Hey, look, there's a fancy green bar at the bottom, which, shows you how close to done. All right, Windows needs to restart to continue. Restarting in 6 seconds. And the countdown, oh, there's a button, you can just restart now. Ha, fancy. So, oh hey, look, there's me, hi. And we hear the noise. We see the spinny thing, that's how we know we have Windows. And that'll be important later. All right, Windows logo, hooray. It spin, do spin, we jammin', we patient, we wait. All right, starting services, getting devices ready, 20%, and so on. Oh, is blue. Oh, it's not blue. It's oh my god, it's so much more vibrant on the phone. It's cause the lighting and shit. Oh, screen go dark. Mac sound again, restart. Spinning little circle, again, that'll be important later. Windows logo. Loading. Just a moment. Bada bing, bada boom. Shut the fuck up, Cortana. I don't know if you can hear it because it's in my other headphones here, but basically, once it's done, you'll be meted with this, welcome, and Cortana will talk to you. Basically, Cortana, you know, helps you set up this shit, or you can fucking mute Cortana, because no one likes Cortana. Or at least I don't. I find it annoying. So, it's gonna say enough intro, let's dig in, just a moment. What region? This is correct, United States. I am in the United States. Right keyboard layout, US. So select that. Want to add a second keyboard layout? Skip, unless you have a second one you want to add. Let's connect you to a network. So, some people have said that they need like a USB, or they need to be like plugged in, or they're having internet issues. Long story short, I think that's what it's telling you, is that you need to have like an Ethernet cable plugged in. Now, I don't, as you can see, this is wireless, so I can't really help you there. But connect to a network, hit next. Do you want to allow your PC to become discovered by other PCs and devices on this network? I mean, this doesn't really matter. If you're using this, like, just for Genshin, like, it's not really the biggest deal. So, after that, you know, click yes or no, you hit next, and it says, now we have some important setup to do. So this is kind of just basic stuff. If you've ever, like, set up a Windows computer in the past, you've seen all of this. So, or even if you just, like, sometimes at school, like with the computers, you'll see like, hi, we're starting your computer. You'll see that eventually. All right, let's add your account. Okay, so to do this, you do need a Microsoft account. Yes, so a lot of people already have a Microsoft account. If you have an Xbox and you have Xbox Live, that is your Microsoft account. If you don't have a Microsoft account, you make one for free with Create Account. After you enter your username and password for your Microsoft account, it'll bring you to this, Create a PIN. Create PIN. You can choose to do this, you could choose not to do this. Basically, you just enter 6 digits or however many digits you want. I usually just do 6 because it's easy. And this I don't mind sharing because, you know, you're not going to be able to get into my computer with my PIN unless you're physically at my computer. So, choose privacy settings for your device. So these are just privacy settings. You can read through all of these, click your yeses and nos. So, data tailored experiences. Not really going to be on the internet. Find my device, I guess. Don't really care. No. Okay, so that's up for you to choose. You know, I just do what I want. Let's customize your experience. Select all the ways you plan to use your device. Gaming. That's it. Does this thing really matter? No. That's just for like customization. It's not for like optimization or anything. So this just tells you can use your Android phone from your PC. I'm just gonna hit no thanks because I don't have an Android phone. I have an Apple phone. So back up your files with OneDrive. This tells you about OneDrive. It's basically similar to Apple Cloud. If you're just using this PC for Genshin specifically, you don't really need that. You don't really need it anyway. Claim your free trial. No thanks. Again, if you're using this just for Genshin specifically, none of that matters. Alright, discover your next favorite game. This tells you about, what is it? PC stuff. Oh yeah, Xbox. I was about to say Xbox Game Pass. Don't need that. Let Cortana help you get things done. Just gonna hit not now. So, it just says almost done. You know, it's gonna finish setting up. And we wait. Just a moment. Hey, look, it's me. I'm back. And it's the legendary text, hi. We're getting everything ready for you. Whoa, almost there. I just heard the Windows noise from my headphones. Whoa. Whoa. So it's done. So what do you see when you first get here? I don't know why it's bringing up my mother's printer, but it's going to say browse the web with Microsoft Edge. You just hit maybe later. This is important. It's going to show up, welcome to the Bootcamp installer. You'll be guided through the next steps necessary to install Bootcamp. To get started, click next. You want to click next. This is the license agreement. I accept the terms of this license agreement. Hit install. And then it says, please wait while Bootcamp installs. This might take several minutes. And in the meantime, what we can do, you go to Microsoft Edge. You know, that's the browser on Microsoft. Or the default browser, like how Apple has Safari. So, please go away. There's only one thing, and one thing only I'm here for. Genshin Impact. Windows. I'm stupid. I keep forgetting you gotta click down there. Alright. GenshinImpact.exe. So while we do that, in the meantime, I want to show you in Documents how when you go to this PC, you can see that Bootcamp takes up, just Bootcamp itself takes up space. So that's why adding extra space is helpful. So you do that, just to show you where that is, you just go to Documents and hit that piece, this PC. So, GenshinImpact.exe, open file. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. That's not going to do anything. Alright, then you get the really, really tiny window that says install now. Hit install now. Oh, you gotta press, I don't know why they made this window so tiny, but let me just get all the way in there for you. So at the bottom it says, I have read and agreed to the software license agreement. Then you hit install now. And then it's installing. Why is the window, again, so small? This is a 16-inch Mac. Again, why is it so tiny? No freaking clue. But now that we got this, we can X out of that. We can close out of that. We still got this loading. And down here it says restart required. Your PC needs to be restarted to finish setting up this device. So that's for Bootcamp. So, you know, you gotta wait for Genshin to download. It sometimes takes a while, but before that, we gotta finish. So once you click finish, it'll restart on its own. And we just wait. And then it'll show this, time, date. You hit enter or just any button. It'll bring you this. It'll display your name. You enter your PIN. It'll say welcome. You'll wait. And then you're brought back to this. Bada bing, bada boom. You did it. You got Windows on your Mac. All right. The next step here, or question, how do I switch back from Windows to Mac? Well, step number 1, restart your computer. So, if you noticed before, while the computer was restarting, when installing Windows, that if we left it and didn't press any buttons, we saw the tiny little white spinning circle, and then we saw the Windows logo. Now, here's the difference. Once you see the tiny little white circle, you need to press and hold Option, which is right here, which also, depending on what kind of keyboard you're using, takes the place of Alt, in case you have another keyboard plugged in, and I'm pretty sure it should do the same thing. However, again, not an expert, can't confirm, can't deny. So, press and hold Option. Sometimes if you don't do it, it's all about timing. If you don't time it correctly, it will go straight to Windows, and then what you need to do is just repeat the process. Restart Windows again, wait for the tiny circle, press and hold Option. This, Option, it's in between Control and Command. Option, press and hold. And then, if you do it correctly, this should pop up. You have Macintosh HD and Windows. And to switch between the two, you can click it with your mouse, or you can use the arrow keys. So we want to go back to Mac. We just hit enter, or you can just use your mouse, click on it, and bada bing, bada boom, it'll load and bring you back to Mac. Another question that is very important. This one doesn't really matter with the computer screen so much, so I'm just gonna pan my camera over here. Big, important thing. You see this? Windows will not work with the Magic Mouse. I repeat, if you have a Magic Mouse, it will not work with Windows. You need to have a USB mouse, whether it's a USB plugged directly in, whether it's like this one where you take the USB thing out of the bottom and you have it plugged in like this. You need a mouse that is not the Magic Mouse, because the Magic Mouse will not work. When it comes to keyboards, if you have a laptop like I do, this keyboard directly set to the computer, it works. I am not sure about a Mac desktop, that have the separate keyboards. Like this keyboard, I am not sure if this will automatically connect. I do not know. How do I delete Windows from my Mac? Well, very, very simple. We want to go back into Bootcamp Assistant. So you can go through Launchpad, or for me, it's chilling on the side here. It'll bring you the same thing it said as before, the introduction. Continue. After you hit continue, it'll say restore disk to a single volume. Click to restore, to remove Windows, and restore the space used back to macOS. Bootcamp Assistant will return 174 gigabytes back to APFS container disk 1. The Windows volume and all of its contents will be permanently lost. This means that anything you've had or downloaded on Windows will be deleted. So, if you downloaded only Genshin, nothing's going to happen, because Genshin, that data is saved within the game because it's cross-platform. You log in with an account. So, it's the same on mobile, PC. I've done this, nothing happens. If you have saved files that are saved directly to the Windows, like on that computer, and by computer, like specifically in Windows, if you do not move those files to a USB, they are going to be gone. They are going to be wiped, they're going to be erased, and they are going to be impossible to get back. So, if you have anything you want to move, do so. If not, you just hit restore, enter your password, After you enter your password, it will say status, restoring disk. We wait. This just loads, and once it's done, it's done. Windows is off your computer. You can just hit quit, exit, get rid of it, and it's gone. You don't have to worry about it.
Hey, welcome to the end of the video if you're still watching. I hope that this was really helpful. I did my very best, and this took quite a bit of my time to make. It's been like 2.5 hours or longer. So, hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. Little special announcement. Again, I don't know if I even said this in the beginning of the video, but thank you so much for the overwhelming support, and excuse me, okay, I can't believe we're at 96 subscribers. That is fucking insane. 4th grade me would be quaking right now. So, I'm pretty much like almost speechless. I just think it's so cool, man. I can't tell you when the next video will be or uploads and shit, because I'm predictable as hell, right? So, if you like me, you like my videos, you can subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, I have TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I don't know why I said Twitter like that, but those are the 4. Everything is at Tazeverse. All links will be in the description. Sometimes I stream on Twitch. I haven't as of late because I've been busy, and that's okay. But, you know, you can always support me on any of those platforms. Little announcement, I want to do something for 100 subscribers because, you know, that's a milestone. That's a crazy fucking milestone. So, I would like to do a Q&A. I think that is a pretty appropriate thing. So, if you could, in the comments section, leave me, you know, questions. As long as, you know, they're not appropriate or, like, inappropriate, sorry, and reasonable, I will be more than happy to answer them. And I guess that'll be the 100 subs video. And also, I might be cooking up a little something else for that. Don't know, you'll just have to wait and see. You know, subscribe. The faster we get there, the faster the video will exist. Unless, you know, you don't ask me questions, then it won't exist. So make sure to ask some questions, you know, that'll be definitely very helpful. Thanks so much for sticking around, appreciate it. I wish you a great rest of your day, and again, enjoy playing Genshin on your Mac, because I have for the past almost 3 months. See you later, I guess.